My name is Shinko. Welcome to my channel, and I'm on a diet to gain weight. This is day 22. Me and Evie saying hi anyway. I don't think I actually ever showed her off. Do you guys? I got her from Build-A-Bear. I didn't get her. My fiance got her for me for Build-A-Bear because I'd never been there before. So originally I wasn't fully planning on getting a cat stuffed animal or something, but they had Evie. Come on, my own Pokemon. How am I gonna say no to this? I'm gonna say no to this, and I can't hear it at all, even with my stuff in, but. Supposedly, she is making noise. But, yeah. That's my Evie. She smells good, too. You could put a scent in. I don't know what they called this. They called it cotton candy, actually, I think. But it doesn't smell like cotton candy at all. But, yeah. My Evie. I named her Sandstorm. Because I am obsessed with the Warrior series, which is a book series. Essentially, cats living in a forest. Well, living in the wilderness, not necessarily just the forest. So, I'm eating macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese, so the box kind. My mom made it the other night, so it's leftovers. And she made it, so I know she has put extra cheddar cheese in it. Shredded cheese. She also makes it with hot dogs. She cuts up hot dogs and put them in the macaroni and cheese. I do not like hot dogs, per se, really. But the flavor hot dogs give macaroni and cheese, the flavor it gives, I enjoy. So, I'm totally all for cooking hot dogs with the mac and cheese, just not having the actual hot dog chunks in mine. I'm weird, I know. So, I thought I'd talk about ADHD. Because I've had some testing done by my doctor. And we kind of suspected this, but the results came back. I developed ADHD due to my massive brain injury from when I died in 2015. Which apparently, from what I read, is not that uncommon. It's not too uncommon everything to happen. So, well, what is it like? The most common thing I've heard people say is, you have squirrels in your brain running in different directions. Each one has an idea and they're running in different directions. I like to use hamster wheel analogies. You have 20 different hamster wheels, but whatever works for you. I could tell you what it was like before and what's changed. I am a fast reader. I can read books really quickly. I can read and go through information very quickly. I've always been able to finish books within a day. When the 5th Harry Potter book came out when I was a kid, and that sucker is boom. I was 12. I read that bitch in a day. I read it in a day. And I slept less than a day, actually, because I did sleep that night. So, in under 24 hours, I finished that thick of a book. So that should tell you something of my reading abilities. I could read college textbooks. Like when I was a kid, growing up, I had this astronomy college textbook I absolutely loved that I would read over and over as a kid. Yeah, I read textbooks as a kid. I enjoyed it. I've always been a weird individual. If you're hearing something like a roaring, that might be the trash truck. I'm not 100% sure. I'll go back through this footage and listen with my gear in, but I am feeling the vibrations now. Anyway, so ADHD. I've always been able to read, stay on topic. For example, there was a little oops there right now. I've always been able to stay on topic, like gaming, for example. I'm a gamer. I can play the same game for hours on end. Hours. Yeah, that's the trash truck. I'm definitely feeling the vibration. I'll pause here. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so ADHD, what it was like for me before. When someone was telling me something or talking to me and going on, you had my attention. I could game for hours. I could read and finish books. I could all of that. Now, someone I care about is talking to me. I so desperately want to listen. You have my attention. I am listening to you. Oh, there's something hanging off that fan over there. Oh, wait, no. Back. That's literally what I'm going through. When someone's talking to me, my eyes will wander. And my attention completely diverts to something else. And then I initially scold myself. No, you were doing this activity. Go right back to it. I never had to do that before. I have been trying to read. Yes, I knocked over something. I have been trying to read the same Sailor Moon manga that my friend let me borrow. Not even a real book. I've been trying to read the same thing for weeks. I can't get more than a couple pages at a time. I'm playing a video game. My favorite video games, Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, for example. I can't play for more than like 20 minutes at a time. I'm saving, closing it out, and starting a new game. Or I have my laptop next to me with music or something going on. Or I have my phone and I have the game in the background, but I divert my attention to my phone for a bit, or divert to the laptop, my brain constantly seeks an influx of information. I constantly seek out new information, and what I'm getting is never enough, is what it essentially feels like. That's what ADHD feels like. You are never getting enough information. There's so much different things going on, and you want to know it all. And of course, this is not for everyone. ADHD or ADD is different with people. It's different with ages. It is also different with genders. Like boys, for example, tend to be the more hyperactive, the classic ADHD stereotype that you probably think about. You tend to find that with young boys, for example. Girls in ADHD, we tend to be were more daydreamy, spacey. It's just different. Genders are different and ages are different. So, that's fun. I've been struggling with that a little bit. Because I remember what it was like for me before. And it's frustrating to me because it's like, you could do this before. So easily. Just focus. Why can't you just focus? Just read that book. Just play for more than 20 minutes. Do this singular activity for more than 20 minutes. Watch the entire movie and don't get up once. I get just as frustrated with myself as it probably might frustrate someone else because I remember what I was like before. I know what it was like. And I remember being frustrated with people that had ADHD. Trying to be understanding, but at the same time being a little frustrated at certain points. I am so sorry I've ever been frustrated with anyone who has ADD or ADHD. It is a bit, woo. It's annoying. It's annoying not being able to possibly, you tell yourself you want to focus on this, and you're trying desperately to. But your brain just goes in 20 different directions just because it wants to. There we go. Making some White Castle burgers, and I am adding barbecue sauce and a pickle to them because I'm kind of craving the barbecue sauce burgery taste. So yeah. Also changed my clothes. Yay. So I feel more put together anyway. Alright. That was a good idea. Oh, that was an amazing idea. Alright. Cool. So I'm having that. I have my milk drink, which is what's holding the camera up. For dinner tonight, because I actually started eating early today. It's only 3 p.m. right now. It was my second time eating. So for dinner tonight, actually, having steak tips with gravy and rice, which is literally one of my favorite meals. I love steak chopped up and rice. Pour gravy on that. Really good. So I'm excited for that later. Alright. So I said earlier what dinner was going to be, but it didn't end up that way. That's not what got made. So I have carrots, steak, mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, obviously. So there we go. I realized something. Well, someone helpfully, a viewer helpfully, was so helpful making me realize something. body fat is so useful. Helps you with so many things. It helps you stay warm, for example. Like I have a sensitivity to cold. It also helps you float in water. Just from personal experience. From when I was obese and really fat. Well, my grandma also had, hers was a different problem. Hers were all here. Well, I actually inherited that from my grandma. My weight, a lot of my weight was, which it obviously isn't anymore. But it helps keep you warm, helps you float. My grandma could never touch the bottom of a pool, and there was a point that I couldn't either. My grandma never, growing up, was able to touch the bottom of a pool. Never. My grandma she wasn't a fat, obese woman. She carried all of it here. I carried it here and everywhere else. But my grandma was all here. Well, so us 3 grandkids, there was a summer, she was curious. You know, we wanted to touch the actual bottom of a pool. I mean, is it different than, like, the steps, for example? Well, us 3 kids decided that we were going to help her. At first, we thought my eldest brother would be able to do it. He couldn't do it. Like, he dove under, grabbed her from her feet, and tried to drag her to the bottom. Didn't work out. So my sister joined in. Didn't work out. It took all 3 of us grandkids, with all of our force, pulling this 5-foot woman to the bottom of a pool. So her big toe could barely scrape the bottom of the pool. She was so happy. She was so surprised. She was like, "It's so smooth." Well, yeah, it feels like the steps do. But, what's funny is that whenever she jumped in the water, she didn't rise head first like normal people do. She rose chest first. Like you would see 2 boobs, and then her head, essentially. And so there was a time in my life when I was at my biggest. I had the exact same problem. Now that I'm really small, I actually actively have to work and keep myself up. It's really weird. Pretty funny though. Not gonna lie. Well, I finished my carrots so far. I'm going to be digging into these potatoes. But yeah, body fat has many uses. I miss mine. Working on it though. Working on it.